Alright, so I got a package today, and it's my Enduro Guardian Skid Plate. You may notice my wife has one on hers already, so we ordered one to put on my bike. So what we're going to do now is open this up and see what's in the box. Alright, well, I'm just holding the camera in my hand so you can see quickly. A whole bunch of bubble wrap, which is good. Bubble wrap's always nice. I'm just going to pull all that out. And all that out. Bubble wrap. And more bubble wrap. And more bubble wrap. And more bubble wrap. And more bubble wrap. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's heavy. So that's it. I'm just put it actually on the bubble wrap. There we go. So that's it. Everything else is in there. You did say, which was nice, that, you know, to lay on the bubble wrap when you're putting this on. So I may just very well do that. It's cooking hot outside today. It says it feels like 32 degrees, so Celsius. So I am going to, there's no shade, I'm going to put the bubble wrap down and see how we can get this going. Alright, hold on. Alright, so here's everything out of the package except the actual skid plate. So this is going to be the main piece here for the highway pegs. They're the actual highway pegs right here. Of course, all the nuts and bolts and adapters, and we have our instructions. So I've also got some lubricant that I brought, just a spray of that white, I guess they call it lightning grease now. So we're going to be using that, and we're going to start putting the actual pegs together right now. So we'll get these all put together, and once that's done, we will come back and let you know how that looks. Alright, one sec, guys. Alright, one of the big things that they talk about is making sure that everything has a lubricant or a grease on it. So we're going to take some of this, we'll see how it works. It's just some lithium grease we're going to use, and we're going to spray the nuts just to make sure that they're all lubricated so that we can get the stuff on. And I think it's just because down the road you want to make sure that, you know, you're going to be taking all your stuff getting dirty, so you want to make sure that if you have to take it apart that it's not going to get rusted together. So all right, we're gonna spray these with some of that and put it together. All right, part one put together. There they are, nicely screwed in. Bolts are there, not too tight but tight enough. And they do have some lithium grease on there, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. Looks good. Alright, now to the next part. I think the next part may actually be putting the plate on, so probably this bracket, so we'll find out shortly. Alright, hold on, guys.
Okay, so it's a day later actually, and I've actually got the plate on. Now I just wanted to show you a little bit that I had to do here. It says in the instructions that you should be able to do this in about an hour or so. It took me between 3 and 4 hours, and one of the big things is you're gonna need this. So this is an extension. It's a foot extension with something called I don't know what it's called, like a wobble or a wobbly, so that you can reach in there. And I'm gonna show you why right here. Hold on. Okay, so here it is. So here it is all installed. So everything's there. I'm gonna actually take some off, and they recommended putting some tire tubing on there, which is what I have. And I'm gonna put that on because it does vibrate a little bit without it. But everything on this side comes off really easy. You remove this bolt, and you get a longer one, and that just, you replace it and mount it. But on the other side, I'm gonna go over there. Hold on a sec. So on this side, you actually have to remove your kickstand, and there's 2 bolts behind the kickstand, and that's hard to access for one. And you can get it off pretty easy. A lot of little quarter turns to get it off, and it took me at least a half an hour, if not 45 minutes, to get it off. But it came off. Problem is once it's off, there's almost zero room to get a wrench in there to get it back on, because all the space that you had, which wasn't much, is now gone because of the fact that the skid plate's there. I'm gonna bring the camera down to see if you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so that's actually one of the screws. right, or one of the bolts right there. And it's nearly impossible to get in there and do any turning. And that's the easier of the two. So there's another one behind it, which is, again, almost impossible to get a hold of. So you end up having to go, if you don't have one of those little extensions and little wobbly pieces, you have to go buy one, which is what I had to do. Okay, and without showing you though, you basically have to, and again, this plate wouldn't be here, but you have to go right in back there, and it's up in the corner there. You run the wobbly behind or over top of the exhaust, and you'll be able to access those two, you can't see them here, but you access those two nuts and bolts, and you can tighten slowly. And even then, you're only tightening a couple, like a quarter turn at a time. But invest if you don't have one already in a good ratchet kit with the wobbly or whatever you want to call that, and a good foot extension. So alright, but other than that, it's all on. So there it is. There's the, the other thing, just so you know, when you put the plate on and you mount it, make sure these are down, because I had them up, and what happens is they were actually behind this, so I had to take it off again to be able to get these down. So keep them down so that when you're up, they're not locked in behind your engine guard, especially if you're running a 1000. I don't think it's as much of an issue on the 650. And that bolt problem I had, not an issue with the 650 either. So, but it looks great. My only issue right now, a little concern, is there is some vibration coming through here. I took it out earlier for a quick ride. Bit of vibration coming through. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to cut up some tubing like they recommend, and actually put it in behind where this is being mounted. So anything that can help reduce a little bit of the vibration, I'm going to put some tubing in there and see if that helps. Alright guys, other than that, there's the Enduro Guardian, and it's pretty good. Hopefully it'll do its job the way it's supposed to. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye. Alright, just to show you what I'm doing here, so I use one of the brackets when it's out, and all I'm doing is taking a pair of scissors, and I'm using, this is the hardware guy way to do it. I'm just basically putting it here, and here I go. I'm trying to hold and do it at the same time, and then I'll line up and do the second one. So this is the last one, the fourth one, and now I'm going to put it back together, and I'll show you what it looks like real quick, and it should be complete. Make sure everything's all nice and tight. Alright, one more sec. Alright, so it's raining now, as you can see, but I just finished. So as you can see there, we got the rubber in there on both sides, and we got some rubber tubing up there on both sides. So we'll take her out for a ride and see if that helps. But it should. There you go guys. That's my complete install of the Enduro Guardian. Make sure you have that extension and that little wobbly thing. I don't know what it's called, but if not, it's a pain to put on the 1000. Probably not as bad on the 650, but looks good. Should serve its purpose and protect the bottom of the bike. Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh yeah, you know the drill. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever. If you're looking at the Enduro Guardian and have some questions, let me know, especially if it's on the 1000, and I'll see what I can tell you. Alright, have a good one.